When most people think of modern princesses, they picture palaces, diamonds, and designer gowns. And then they ask the real question, what does that life actually look like from the inside? Few young royals embody that mix of privilege, scrutiny, and responsibility quite like Princess Leonor of Spain. She's not just any princess. She is the future queen, raised inside some of Europe's grandest residences and already moving through military academies, parliaments, and red carpets with a level of composure most adults would struggle to match. At the same time, Leonor's life is wrapped in the kind of luxury and heritage that fascinates royal watchers everywhere. Historic Rolls-Royces, Baroque palaces with hundreds of rooms, couture suits, heirloom aquamarines, and Chanel earrings passed down from her mother, Queen Letizia. It's all there. But behind the sparkle is a very deliberate plan to turn a teenager into a head of state. Leonor de Todos los Santos, Princess of Asturias, was born in Madrid on October 31st, 2005. From the moment she arrived, her place was clear. As the elder daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, she is a presumed heir to the Spanish throne. In Spain, like in the UK, the heir traditionally carries a special territorial title. For William, it's Prince of Wales. For Leonor, it's Princess of Asturias, a title that instantly links her to centuries of Spanish history and to roles she is destined to play. That destiny has shaped her life from the beginning. Even as a child, she appeared at carefully chosen official events. Photographs with her parents and younger sister Sophia, National Day celebrations, and slowly, step by step, a few moments with a microphone in front of her. Over the years, she has attended the Princess of Asturias Awards in Oviedo, an event that now carries her own title, and delivered speeches in both Spanish and English, earning a reputation for calm delivery and a serious, focused presence. Education has been one of the central tools in her preparation. Leonor began her schooling at Santa Maria de los Rosales, a private school in Madrid, which King Felipe himself attended as a boy. From there, she followed a path now familiar in European royal circles, enrolling at UWC Atlantic College in Wales for the International Baccalaureate. That school is famous for its demanding mix of academics and international, community-oriented projects. It places students from around the world together on a rugged coastal campus, far from the comforts of home, alongside her formal schooling. Leonor is being tutored in areas that normal teenagers never have to think about. She studies constitutional law, diplomacy, and how the Spanish state actually functions. She's expected to be fluent not only in Spanish, but also in English and Catalan. And she is exposed early to the complex realities of representing a diverse country with strong regional identities. All of it is designed to ensure that when the time comes, she'll be able to step into the role of queen with a solid understanding of both the symbolism and the machinery of power. But while her textbooks sit open, her day-to-day life plays out in surroundings that are anything but typical. The Spanish monarchy maintains several key royal residences, each with distinct purpose, and Leonor moves between them as naturally as most of us move between our living room and kitchen. The most famous is the Royal Palace of Madrid. Built in the 18th century for King Philip V after fire destroyed the old Alcazar, the palace is enormous, around 135,000 square meters and more than 3,400 rooms, designed in a blend of Baroque drama and neoclassical calm. Throne rooms, halls of mirrors, a royal chapel, an armory full of historic weapons. It's all there. The palace isn't used as a home by the current royal family. Instead, it's their official stage. State banquets, formal receptions, ceremonies with foreign leaders, and major national events take place in those glittering rooms. Guided tours snake through its salons and galleries when it's not in use, while outside, Plaza Orient and the Campo del Moro Gardens frame the palace with statues, fountains, and manicured greenery. The space Leonor actually calls home is the Palacio de la Zarzuela, just outside Madrid near El Pardo. Originally built as a hunting lodge for King Felipe IV, it has evolved over centuries into a more intimate royal residence. Its architecture is simpler than the city palace. Brick and stone, a rectangular plan around a central courtyard, interiors that blend classical touches with modern comfort. Inside, there are still throne rooms and formal salons, but also private family spaces. The kind of rooms where homework gets done and casual dinners are held away from the cameras. Around the building stretch traditional Spanish gardens, with clipped lawns fountains and quiet walking paths. Another historic property in the royal orbit is the Royal Palace of El Pardo, often used to host visiting heads of state and major state functions rather than daily family life. Dating back to the 16th century and expanded under various monarchs, El Pardo mixes Renaissance symmetry with Baroque richness. A central courtyard anchors a series of wings, and inside, as in Madrid's main palace, there are formal halls, chapels, and rooms decorated with tapestries and paintings. Its gardens combine French-style formality with English-style natural landscaping, a reminder that Spanish royalty has always watched and absorbed influences from other European courts. Taken together, these palaces form the architectural backdrop to Leonore's life. They're not just tourist attractions. They are working spaces and homes where she learns protocol, hosts guests, attends official ceremonies, and builds her public identity. Within that setting, she has ticked off a series of important personal milestones. She was born at Ruber International Hospital in Madrid and baptized at Zarzuela, where the Archbishop of Madrid presided over the ceremony. On her 13th birthday in October 2018, she delivered her first public speech at a cultural institution in Madrid, marking the beginning of her speaking role as heir. The following year, she spoke again at the Princess of Asturias Awards, underlining her connection to prestigious prizes that have long been associated with that title. In 2021, she took part in her first flag presentation ceremony in Asturias, a deeply symbolic moment in Spain's military tradition. Those appearances weren't random. They were part of a carefully paced introduction of the future queen to her country. Her titles reflect that status and tie her to different parts of Spain. As heir presumptive, she is Princess of Asturias, the primary title that signals her place in succession. She is also Princess of Viano, connecting her to Navarre and its historical kingdom. She carries the title Duchess of Montblanc, Countess of Cervera, and Lady of Balaguer, all of which have deep roots in Spanish and Catalan history. Collectively, those titles are designed to symbolically stitch her into the national fabric from north to south, center to periphery. One of the most striking images of Leonore stepping into her role came when she traveled to the Congress of Deputies in Madrid to swear allegiance to the Spanish Constitution on her 18th birthday. The symbolism was dense. She arrived in one of the Spanish royal household's Rolls-Royce Phantom 4 cars, a model so exclusive that only 18 units were ever built, and historically sold only to heads of state and royal families. This Phantom 4 was developed from the post-war Silver Wraith chassis and launched in 1948 for top-tier dignitaries. Over the years, owners include the Shah of Iran, the Emir of Kuwait, and, in Spain, General Franco, who used the cars for parades. For decades, they fell into semi-retirement, but in recent years, they have reappeared at major royal ceremonies. Leonore using one for her constitutional oath sent a very clear message: continuity, heritage, and the full weight of crown behind her. Inside the Congress, in front of both houses of Parliament, her parents and her sister, she swore loyalty to the Constitution as soon as she reached legal adulthood. Outside, the Royal Guards band played a national anthem, and a 19-gun salute echoed from the esplanade near Almudena Cathedral, the same place where Felipe and Letizia married in 2004. Afterwards, the family moved to the palace complex, Leonore receiving medals from the presidents of the Congress and Senate and signing the Book of Honor. Military units from the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Civil Guard then took part in the parade, a fitting backdrop given that Leonore has now begun the same 3-year cycle of military training that her father completed, rotating between the General Military Academy at Zaragoza, the Naval Academy, and the Air Force Academy. To cap the day, King Felipe presented his daughter with the collar of the Order of Charles III, Spain's highest civil order of chivalry, awarded for exceptional service to the nation. The ceremony did more than celebrate a birthday. It publicly introduced a woman who, barring major constitutional change, will one day be Spain's first reigning queen since Isabella II in the 19th century and commander-in-chief of the Spanish Armed Forces. For royal fashion followers, though, another angle of Leonore's transformation has been just as fascinating: her wardrobe. In recent years, she's moved from school uniforms and simple dresses into a much more defined personal style, clearly influenced by Queen Letizia, but never just copy and paste. During the 10th anniversary of her father's proclamation as king, Leonore debuted a sharp crimson trouser suit by Roberto Verino that instantly signaled a more grown-up, working royal image. What really caught the eye, though, were the earrings. She wore an elegant pair borrowed straight from Letizia's jeweler box, made by a brand that prides itself on ethical sourcing, using Fairmined certified gold and recycled materials. That choice quietly aligned Leonore with modern conversations about sustainability and luxury fashion, even while she dazzled under the cameras. Again and again, she has reached into her mother's collection to finish key looks. Teardrop earrings with central aquamarine stone, worn by Letizia at major events over the years, have now framed Leonore's face at high-profile ceremonies. At the Princess of Asturias Awards, she sported delicate golden rose ear climber earrings that her mother has worn more than 24 times at previous engagements. The repetition created a visual link between Queen and future Queen, a little shared signature between generations. It doesn't stop at jewelry. Leonore has also borrowed shirts, jackets, and other pieces from Letizia's wardrobe. On a visit to a refugee center, she arrived in a white blouse printed with black flowers, a piece royal watchers immediately recognized from one of her mother's earlier outings. At another point, she was seen wearing Chanel plume, earrings gifted to Queen Letizia by the Jordanian royal family, a particularly meaningful choice given the strong ties between European and Middle Eastern royal houses. In 2020, she stepped out in a tailored black jacket that Letizia had previously worn to a cancer forum in 2012, quietly underlining how clothes in this family often carry memories of causes and campaigns, not just pretty photographs. Those choices send a couple of clear messages. First, Leonore isn't building her image from scratch. She's deliberately building on her mother's. Second, even within a life of serious privilege, there is an emphasis on re-wearing and restyling high-quality pieces, rather than treating every appearance as a chance for something completely new. Beyond fashion and state ceremonies, Leonore is also being attached to projects that signal what kind of queen she might become. One example is her involvement in tree planting and reforestation projects. These initiatives focus on environmental conservation and sustainability, working with local communities, schools, and environmental organizations to restore degraded areas and raise awareness about climate and biodiversity. Under her name, campaigns and events have been organized to get volunteers, especially young people, out into the landscape with shovels and saplings. Media coverage of those activities matters. When a future monarch is seen putting on work gloves, planting trees, and talking about environmental stewardship, it helps to frame their future reign around issues that resonate with younger generations. In Spain, as in many countries, climate change and the protection of natural resources are major public concerns. Having Leonore associated with those themes at this early stage ties her image to something bigger than protocol and parades. Put all of this together, and you see why Leonore's life captivates so many royal watchers. Yes, there are palaces with hundreds of rooms, priceless jewels, and one of the rarest Rolls Royces ever built. Yes, she moves in a world of ceremony and couture that looks, from the outside, almost impossibly far from ordinary. But there's also constant training, constant expectation, and a very clear roadmap she has to follow. Right now, her days rotate between military classes, official events, family time at Zarzuela, and the quiet work of building up experience. Around her, the Spanish monarchy is trying to balance tradition and modernity, wealth and accountability, glamour and service. Leonore sits right at the center of that balancing act, a young woman with extraordinary privilege and equally extraordinary pressure, growing up in public while being prepared to one day